Soon, a building that has been part of the landscape in Washington County, Tennessee for a long time will be torn down. I'm speaking of the former Boones Creek High School and Middle School building along Highway 36. But before the wrecking crews start with demolition, former students and staff will get a chance to walk those hallways one last time. And here to share with us more about this stroll down memory lane is Dr. Vic Young. How you doing?
I'm doing fine, Chris. Yourself?
I am doing fantastic. You have got the Boones Creek colors on today, the black and red
jacket. That's exactly right.
Right. I actually went to school there in my 7th, and I went to middle when it was a middle school, in 7th and 8th grade. Yeah. And I have a brother and 2 sisters who actually went to high school there.
Well, but most folks don't realize it was not only Boones Creek High School.
Right.
It was junior high and elementary.
Yeah, everyone was in that same building.
The whole group was right there together.
And how many ball games and track meets and everything else was held up there on that property?
It's untelling. See, it was built in 1939 by Roosevelt's WPA, but Boones Creek High School actually went back to the mid-1800s.
Wow. And so, well, Boones Creek as a community has been around forever. I mean,
when I first went pastored at my first pastor at Liberty Church, there was an elderly gentleman who was a historian. He went to Boones Creek, and it was across the road on the hill, and they even offered dormitories for farm students who were too far away to go home every day.
Yeah. Oh man, like a boarding school.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know all the history.
I'm a history nut.
Yes.
I love history. I guess any pastor or a theological student better like history.
That's right. And of course, we all know about the story of Daniel Boone and the tree and everything there, and the waterfall he hid under.
Exactly.
And those creeks are still there, a little different now than when they were back in the 1700s.
Oh yeah, if you hide under those waterfalls today, you better be a gnome.
I love it. But let's talk about this. Everyone that, if you went to school there like I did, or if you just have fond memories of the place, you're going to get an opportunity to take one last walk through the hallway.
Exactly.
And that's coming up this weekend.
This Sunday from 1 to 3. And at 1:30, Evangelist Toonie Cash and myself will have a few remarks. And I think it's good. Toonie Cash, he was a fantastic
outstanding basketball player.
So you've got somebody who graduated cum laude, then you've got me that's going to speak that graduated laude how come. So it's going to have a good dialectic there.
I love that. But yeah, Evangelist Toonie Cash held several records in East Tennessee.
He sure did.
For scoring and playing basketball, and he's been an evangelist for many years.
Oh, and he's a great evangelist.
Yes, he really is. And you and he are going to be having a few remarks about your times in school, I'm sure.
Exactly. That's going to dominate a lot of what we say is fond memories.
Right. I was telling Casey Marler earlier before, I shot a lot of basketball in that high school gym there, and I even pitched a few nickels and dimes against the wall down in the locker room, if we're being honest about things, okay?
Yeah.
If we're being honest about things. But I think a lot of folks have fond memories of that place.
They do. In fact, tomorrow is my wife and my 49th wedding anniversary.
Well, congratulations.
And I met the wife of my youth there at Boones Creek High School.
Very good.
So it has a lot of good
I'm sure
memories.
yours not the only story like that, too.
Oh, no. Many folks, friends of ours who met there and married also.
I have, if I could share one story real quickly before we go.
Yeah.
My brother had an opposite kind of, he had a tragedy, not a tragedy, but he parked his car on the upper end of the parking lot and didn't have the parking brake on, and it rolled on top of another car in the lower parking lot. And it made the yearbook picture that year.
Yeah, I'd say it did.
My brother Richard, I'm sure he appreciates me telling that story. But tell folks again what time and everything.
It'll be this coming Sunday, the 21st, between 1 and 3, and at 1:30 in the gym. Evangelist Toonie Cash and myself will have a few remarks about the school.
And we'll be able to walk around and look at our old classrooms and all of that. Maybe even visit our old locker.
Oh, wouldn't that be? And I hope some of our teachers from back then, like Mrs. Charlotte Hall and Nicholas John Leviditis, and
there's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
He came to our church here recently to visit it, and he hasn't changed a bit.
All right. Dr. Vic Young, we appreciate you taking some time with us. It's coming up this Sunday, a final walkthrough of the Boones Creek High School, Middle School building there, the old Boones Creek School there along Highway 36. It's happening from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. with remarks happening at 1:30 right there in the gym.